Hello, Arelis. Can you hear me?
No, I can hear.
Okay. Luz Elena, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you, teacher?
I'm very good, thank you. Jessica, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, how are you doing, Jessica?
Now? Well, I am fine, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. John Jairo, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, I can.
Okay, so I would like to welcome you all to our final encounter. The methodology of this last encounter is basically the same we've been having since the beginning. So at first I'm going to send to you the quiz, the link of the quiz, and then we're going to discuss about the information which is related with the video. And I would like you to know if you all received the whole information for today's encounter.
Yes, teacher, I did.
Okay. And how about you, Arelis, Luz Elena, and Jessica? Did you receive the mail with the information for today's encounter?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
sir.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So let me send to you the link for the quiz. And remember that it's really important for you to be aware of the time. You need to be really attentive, okay? Because sometimes the duration may vary, so you need to be really attentive if it takes probably 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, so let me send to you the link for the quiz. Please remember to tell me as soon as you finish. Please let me know when you finish doing this exercise, okay? This quiz. I already sent it to you. Did you all get it?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for answering. Okay, go ahead. Okay, remember to let me know if you finish it already. Of even if you are still working on it. Okay, I would like to ask to John Jairo. John Jairo, how much time did you spend doing this quiz?
I think I spent about 6 minutes.
6?
Probably, yes, 6 or 5 minutes.
6 or 5? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. We are just waiting for the ladies who finished to finish this test.
Okay, teacher, I teach.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Luzolena. Okay, Adelis, thank you very much. Thank you all. And all right, so before going to the next part of this encounter, I was thinking about that interesting, funny, really clear video that you watched it, which was related with how to score 0, the way to score 0 points in IELTS test. And I was thinking that besides being a funny video, it is something that could happen to us if we are not well prepared, and probably if we are not really attentive to each question or comment that the interviewer probably asked us. So it is really important to understand not only what he or she tries to tell us or the information that we've been required to answer, but besides, we need to go deeper. We need to go further in answering this kind of simple and basic questions, because something that I realized is that we do not only need to go further in probably specific questions or depending on the question, but even if the person asks us just a simple question, we need to not only give a short answer, but we need to give a proper answer. It means not only a full answer, but it needs to be proper. So I found it was a really interesting and funny video. I laughed a lot when I watched it, and we're going to do a kind of an exercise similar to what happened in this video. But before doing this, I'm going to give you 5 minutes, okay, to you, of course, and I would like you to please share with us everything that probably you caught, you felt probably identified with the video. I want you to please talk about the mistakes. I want you to please say everything related with this important information we need to take in our mind every time we go to this kind of test or interviews. So okay, so I'm going to give you 4 or 5 minutes to please explain your position, and please tell us what you probably found interesting with this information. If you remember an interesting mistake that we need to take in mind. And okay, so I would like to give the word to any of you who would like to start. Probably, is there any volunteer?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, John Jairo, please go ahead, and remember to turn your cameras on when you are speaking. So go ahead, John Jairo, you have plenty time.
Okay, thank you, teacher. So we see in this video very interesting for people that are studying, for us, for everybody that is interested in English language, people that are interested in taking the IELTS exam or test. Because once you start to get involved, to get engaged in this kind of exam, you have to be sure what you're doing, and you have to be confident. And we see, funny answers. Most of them are mistakes. All of them are mistakes. Probably because they didn't take the time, or they didn't listening properly what the woman was asking about. I mean, if you don't understand, you probably say yes. Could you repeat that again, please? Or try to answer many ways. It's because I saw like the girl, the Asian girl, just saying they repeat. She's from China, for example, and she didn't try hard. So the thing about it is that we have to be ready and prepared for listening, and to make special points, and to try to figure out what the other people are asking us. As we can see in the other in the audio, we just took the audio from the cloud about the IELTS speaking text. That they say that if you don't understand, by time, trying to I don't know, say in other words what you're thinking, and trying to buy in time, you know. But you know, this is sometimes it happens in the real life with these kind of mistakes, but I don't think that they often, because if you want to do a K or IELTS exam, you have to be ready and prepared. And you know, what we have to avoid is to be relaxed, first of all, before the exam, and to just uh, listen properly, and and don't answer what you first think, what you first imagine the answer. Oh, this is the answer, but try to think a little, try to think in a deeper way. I don't know if you understand me.
Yes,
And
everything's clear.
okay, and another thing is you have to try to manage you because you don't feel confidence. Probably you don't feel confidence because you're gonna get nervous, you're gonna get anxious, and things like that. But you have to get over it. You have to be prepared. I don't know, like daily, every day to practice and practice. If you want to be successful, you have to be practice and practice. And for sure, you're gonna have a good grade in that. If you teach English, so many times you see your students like, oh, answering what you don't, some answer that you don't expect. Also, you have to know how to elaborate the questions. You know how to express yourself, and how to get them into the conversation, how to get them into the subject, and all this, in order to don't make them frustrated. This is very important if you are a teacher. I don't know one more, but yes, basically is that you have to prepare it in order to avoid these things, and to practice. About the questions, I remember the Asian girl saying that she's from China, two or three twice or times. And the other girl that just smiling. But most of the students was doing we do that because we feel anxious and nervous. But all this we can avoid that. If you dedicate time every day, sure you can get over your anxiety. And yes, I don't know if my time expired.
Yeah, okay, it's good. It was good enough. I was just giving you enough time to explain your position and everything related with this information. And yeah, you're basically right with everything. And I was thinking that you name the situation with the Chinese girl. And I remember that the person was giving, that Chinese woman was giving basically the same answer for three different questions. But the thing is that at the end of the questions were basically the same idea. I mean, they were all related with the same position as giving an answer related with the place where she was from. But it has a specific idea at the beginning of the question. So that's part of something we need to really be attentive when we answer. Because if we only pay attention to the last part of the question, of course we are going to give a wrong answer. So yes, thank you, John, for everything. And now I'm going to give the word to, I don't know, maybe Luz Elena. Are you ready? Would you like to be the next one? Thank you, John.
Hello, teacher. Well, about the video, the example.
Luz Elena? Luz Elena, can you hear me? Okay, Luz Elena, can you hear me?
Yes, I have problems with my internet.
Okay, no problem. So I was just wanted to be sure that
Teacher, I can't talk, but I don't use the camera.
Okay, turn it off. Turn it off.
Okay.
If it makes us the conversation clear, so go ahead.
Okay, teacher. Well, I say in the first interview for the identification, the interview asks the identification, and the interview don't understand the questions and respond with other answers. He said, I lost weight and chose a chip. For me was absurd. So the examiner does not need the identification. This is a mistake in the text. This is my position. And none of the interviews knew what they were asked. They answered nonsense. The point was the answers given by the interviews, and that it was all in business of the examiner. I think it was not real interview. I think it's an examiner's business where and what people call. According with the text, we use different times. For example, present perfect, past perfect has in the audio sides, and we need use a clear and logical response for the questions and have a good organization and our ideas. I think in the video no was a real interview, and because have many mistakes and with the examiner, with the questions, and obviously with the answers, the examiner, their answers not good, very good. Okay, teacher.
Okay, yeah, you're right, but you have to remember that probably we are going to face this kind of situations in the future, probably in IELTS test or even probably in any other quiz. And the most important part of everything is the necessity to be aware of giving right response, a good answer. So that's the most important part of everything. And I would like to ask you, Luz Elena, if you probably if I ask you to give me what's the common mistake or error that people make in this kind of test, what's your position? What do you think? What's the most common error people make in this kind of situations?
Well, for example, the interviews, the interviews, they don't understand the questions. In the woman, about woman China, I remember she repeats many times, I come from China, and they understand the questions, the examiner.
Okay, Lucelena, thank you very much. And okay, Arelis, would you like to be the next one to participate? Thank you.
Now, yes.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. First of all, in that video, I start to think about we must to prepare in that kind of interview, because any person or bad person it make interviews for any kind of employees, and we don't know how to prepare when we go to that office, and we make many kind of information about us, and we are very sometimes foolish people, because we are very trust in the other people. I was thinking about that. I was reflect about the situations. For example, when she asked information about the ID, about the popular dish, or about the entertainment, about the dream, that people only say any kind of answers, but they don't think about that answers. But for example, in the final, the girl write, "Give me the money. You have 1 minute to prepare the answer," and the other person was reading. And the answer, the man get all money and deliver all money the woman, and the woman it was a bad person. And for example, in the real life, we could happen that scene. I was very it's a warning, a kind of warning for us. And the other part, it was very funny. I smiled because when the one woman asked for a question, and she only smiled. Yes. She don't understand nothing. I think it because, for example, we have happened sometimes that situation. The other, the girl of the China, where did you entertainment, where did you teach, where did you popular, and she always say the same. I come from China. I come from China. And the final, she was very hungry. I come from China. I come from China. She was very hungry because the speaker, she think was asking the same for the other. What do you ice cream? What do you like? And she said, I like ice cream. And the speaker understand ice cream, whether I eat it, my ice cream, or then ice cream, and I making the mimic, but the speaker understand. The other, the dreams, the other topic of the dreams, and the men answer the police woman. It's confused with the genders, and the woman say businessman. And the others say that mosquitoes. Maybe funny to that, but we sometimes make that mistake. And the other half, the fears. The fears. What is the idea? What is your idea? And the men show a fat sheep. This I lost weight. I lost weight. This I don't have. Because the pronunciation, because we don't have very good pronunciation. For example, we are structured, sometimes we change the words and the meanings change, and the speaker don't understand, and I don't understand what is telling the speaker. For example, other scene is, where do you come from? And the man answer, I come from the bus number 1, 2, 3, 4. It is, we sometimes make that mistakes. But important is we have to make a new job. We have to prepare very conscientiously with our mind and make our new change to prepare this kind of encounters. Because in that encounters I learned so much, because I never make that kind of classes tutor.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me ask you a question related with this topic that we've been talking about tonight. And let's suppose that you are in a real situation and the person who is asking you probably ask something that you really do not know. You do not have many idea. You do not have much idea about the topic that the person is talking to you. And what would be probably your position? What would you do if you do not have a right answer or a proper answer, or you do not feel enough confident with the answer? What would you do in that case?
In that case, I will listen the other videos when we can. No, it's the same. It's mistake if I make the question again. It's a mistake. Yes, because but if I don't understand, I will ask again, because I can give other information. Very confident for me, but it is the other situation, that is a make confused situation. I will start. Please ask me again, because I don't understand you. I will do again the question.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, finally, Jessica, please let us know your idea, your impression about this interesting video, please.
Hello, Charles. Amazing. Really, in relation with the video, for me the video was funny because I really enjoyed with the answers gave by all the participants, because the answers didn't have coherence or cohesion, and the participants all the time only gave short questions, and the questions are not according with the short answers, and the answers are not according with the questions proposed by the seminar. So really, I enjoyed the video. I enjoyed with all the answers given by the participants. I feel I loved all the time. I loved so much while I was watching the video, and for me, I understand that probably you can present these kind of situations when you don't have the level enough to express in English. Now, in relation with the mistakes made by the participants, I have to say that I remember that the Chinese woman at the time say I am from China, I come from China, but really she didn't understand the nature of the question, and she didn't understand yes, the nature of the question, or the reality, or the need that compose question. In this case, the examiner asked about the topics, the touristic topics, the dishes, the culture or the customs for China, but not. But the examiner didn't ask about where she was from. Now, I really enjoyed with the answer given by the Japanese person, where he only said that mosquitoes in relation with the question that was about what things he has in the wall in his home, but he only said that mosquitoes. And when she asked about the personality of the things that probably he had in the wall, he only said the mosquitoes cannot speak. And on the other hand, I remember other Chinese woman that only say that is a good question, that is a good question, and I think that she only say that is a good question because really she didn't understand the question and probably she didn't know what what she has to say. She has to say, and now, well, I really enjoyed with all situations presented in the video, and I really feel very comfortable with my English level in comparison with the participants presented in the video. Now, I remember when the pronunciation of several words presented in the video, like for example, when the Chinese woman talked about shopping, she said that she would like to buy ice cream. And when the seminar asked about what kind of ice cream, she only said she said that it's not ice cream, it's ice cream to replace a concealer or a big cream, but a kind of makeup, but not really. The pronunciation is not correct for the question asked, and for the reason the examiner understand ice cream and not ice cream. Really, I think that all tips is important to take into account when we need to present an IELTS exam. Now, I really enjoyed with the position or the attitude of the examiner, because the examiner really was an imposter, and when she asked about a question and gave a card, the card only say, "Give me all your money," and really the participants gave all their money, but really they don't understand the reality or the nature of the examiner. And even in the final of the video, we can see that the examiner wasn't a teacher, wasn't an examiner, he wasn't an impostor that even doesn't know anything about the place, anything that she was in a university or in a course or nothing. She really doesn't know it. She only makes questions for the participants, and really the big mistake made by the participants was that all the time they only gave short questions. The questions are not according, the participants all the time gave short answers, gave short answers, and the answers are not according with the questions. And on the other hand, the currents of the answers, they don't give logical reasons, they don't take into account the nature of the questions or the reality of the question. Really, I think that they don't understand the questions, and for this case, they don't give a question, an answer according, and all the time probably they repeat the same, or probably all the time they give short questions, but anymore, even they don't give reasons, even they don't understand the question, and they don't know what they need to say for this kind of question. They only say words without coherence, without lexical, and they don't have a range of vocabulary or a range of grammar. Even I want to underline an example gave it in the video, that was when a person, I think that is a Korean or a Chinese person, well, it's not matter. The persons
Okay.
shows a sheet.
Jessica, thank
A
you.
sheet.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. Thank you. Thanks for everything you've just shared with us. All right. Okay. Yes. Something we need to take in mind, and we need to be aware of, is that every time we are required to give answers, it is really necessary to understand properly the question in order or with the purpose to give in the same way a proper answer. So we need to give not only a right one, but a meaningful one. So that probably could be the best word to use. We need to give a meaningful answer in order to cover the whole idea or the conception of the question that the person is trying to ask us. So yes, it is really necessary to keep in mind. Okay, thank you all for your answers. And basically, we're going to continue with a short exercise. And of course, it is related with the same topic or the same idea we've been talking about. And this is the idea. Please, if you remember, the person, the interviewer, was asking basic and simple questions, okay? And that's what I want you to do. I want you to please ask a simple question, okay? A simple question. And ask that simple question to any of your mates. And what I want you to do is try to give the right or the proper or the meaningful answer to that question. Okay? So if you watch it in the video, you saw that those people were just giving wrong and short answers. But I want you to give is a meaningful answer. Okay? Try to not take more than a minute, but try to give the best possible answer for the question that the other person is going to ask you. So okay, so I'm going to give you only 30 seconds or probably a minute to think about a basic question. Okay, it is not going to be a hard question or a difficult question. No, try to ask a simple question, and let's see how the other person answers this kind of questions. Okay, am I clear with the idea of this exercise?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Okay. Arelis.
Yes, teacher, I understand.
Okay, Lucelen. Okay, I'm going to give you just 1 minute, okay, to please prepare your basic question, and feel free to ask that question to any of your mates, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, are you all ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, John, would you like to be the first one?
All right.
asking the question. So please pick any of your mates and ask your question.
Okay, Jessica. Yes. Are you there?
Wait, please, wait. Okay, I'm here. Tell me.
Okay, the question is, what do you do?
Only what did you do?
Yes, it's a simple question.
Okay. Really? Only what did you do?
Yes.
But now? Or in your free time? Or
Okay, what do you do for a living?
or
Mhm.
well, I well, I spend time in holidays with my family, but when I am at home, I try to study in university. Still, I am not working because I am developing my pedagogical practice and in a school, in a preschool. Really, I don't have time to share with my family in the week. For this reason, I only share with my family on weekends. For this case, really, my TV is on, and I try sometimes to watch some some soccer games, but really I don't understand the methodology, or I am not with stay at home and all the time with pressure about the score of the soccer game. For this reason, I really enjoy only watch the watch movie or really only watch any TV show or TV program. And I told you that I am not working and I play video games. In my house, I have a Xbox and I listen music. And now I am present this final encounter with all of you, and I hope that my answer will be according with your question or
Okay,
or
Jessica, thank you. Okay, John. Okay, John,
Yes.
give us your impression about this answer. Okay,
Right. Yes.
try to be focus on the answer, and of course, based on the question, what's your conclusion
All right.
about this answer?
Yes. The conclusion was that you answer. You had different answers in one question. You proper the proper answer for that is that you're studying and you're not working at the moment, right? You can leave the other answer like playing or spending time with your family in other kind of question, right? So when someone ask you about the what did you do is what do you do for a living is what do if you're working or you are studying, right?
really I try to answer the question, but I don't know. Well, I don't
But
know how to answer the question, but I try to be more long my
yeah,
answer.
expand. Yeah, and this is a good thing, you know, when you expand your answer, especially in the EOS text that we see many videos about this, and you can expand. And this is a good thing for you. You can expand, and you have creativity.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Jessica. Thank you, John. It is really it's really important to be attentive of the question that we are required, because we need to add or we need to amplify our answer, but remember to be focused, okay, to be focused on the question, okay, and not to go probably move to another topic, or maybe to another another type of information that you are not really required of, and probably the person who is asking you is not interested in. So that's basically the most important part of it. So try to be focused on the question, give a meaningful answer, and if you want to add something to that information, try to be aware that it is related with the words or the information you are given. Okay, so thank you. Now, Jessica, it's your turn. So you please ask your question and pick any other of your mates.
Okay, here's my revenge. I'm just kidding. My question is for John Jairo. And John Jairo, what customs exists in your country?
Sorry, can you repeat again, please?
What customs exist in your country?
What costumes?
Customs.
Yes. What costumes? Would you repeat? Sorry about it.
What customs exist in your country?
Costumes. I don't know if you say costumes.
Customs.
Customs.
Okay, Jessica, if you want to spell the word for John Jairo to be clear.
Is C-U-S-T. It's C-O-S-T-U-M-S.
Hold it, please.
Oh my god.
That is C-O.
Sorry. C-U.
Yes. O-S.
S-T-O. Customs. C-U-S-T-O-M-S.
Costumes. What costume in your country? That's what your question. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't remember that word. To be honest with you, would you have another question?
Really?
Yeah, because I'm
Wait.
not sure. Yeah,
Where are you from, John Jairo?
I'm from Pedagogical.
Okay. And in Cali exists a fair, really?
Right. Yeah.
Well, if you want, please only tell me about the festival of fair in Cali.
All right. Okay, I get it now. Yes. We got some festival of fairs around town. The most important is in the at the end of the year. December is the festival of sugar, so it's very important in Valle del Cauca. I don't know the other places, other cities around Valle del Cauca.
Ali.
Yeah, perhaps.
what festivals exist on Palmyra. But well, I only know the Fair of Cali, but I in my life I didn't have the opportunity when I was a kid, and now I don't have the opportunity to travel to Cali. But I can enjoy festivals, TV, when talk about Cali, about the salsa, about all the customs, the foods, the kinds of food like the cholados. I don't know that it is the correct
Yeah, that's
name.
correct. That's correct in Spanish. Yeah.
Okay, and I can find some difference between the food and the name of the food in Cali and the name of the food here in Bucaramanga, because Bucaramanga is not a city very happy, very happy because the personality of people in Bucaramanga is more quiet. Yes, and
Uh,
they probably don't have the need of share with others. I don't know what happened with people here, but I think that that is a custom. The
yeah. But what I think about Bucaramanga people, they're amazing. I have some friends from Bucaramanga. They live there, and actually I have spent some time there in Bucaramanga, and I like to travel around the canyon, Shan Hill, Barichara. All that places are wonderful for me, and they're very good.
really, you know very much about Bucaramanga.
Yeah, very good. Very, I like it. I like Bucaramanga. I love it, yeah.
Well, I think that Bucaramanga is a city very good to live, but it's not a city very good for the tourists, because Bucaramanga and the metropolitan area doesn't present a good place to get the attention of the tourists, because only exists H malls in all the metropolitan area, and don't exist parks, amusement parks, or museums, or political parks like in Bogota. However, Bucaramanga, like a city, have an attraction that is the botanical gardens, like the Levansula Gardens or the Flowers Garden. I only know this kind of place to share in Bucaramanga, but in relation with the culture, I think that the culture.
Jessica, I'm so sorry for interrupt you, but remember that we are trying to do a short exercise, and
Yes,
it
teacher.
is really nice that you interact with others, same as John. But we are going to give the opportunity to Arelis and Luz Marina
Yes.
to participate. But okay, I would like to give a really short feedback about John's answer, please. Okay, do not
Okay.
take more than 15 seconds or
Yes,
10
no
seconds.
worries, no worries. The answer of John was good. However, he didn't understand our customs, so it was a problem for the answer. But when he understood the word, the meaning of the word, he do an excellent job, teacher.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Jessica, and thank you, John, for your answer.
Thank you.
And Jessica, it is really important to redirect the question that you were asking to John at first, because it would be probably a better way to express the same idea. Okay, so you have to keep in mind that probably if the person who you would like to answer your question do not understand properly the way you are asking, or the word, you have to try to use a different one, a kind of a synonymous probably, in order to try to force the other person to give the answer to the question that you want to ask. You know what I mean? So it could be probably better if you would ask him at first, tell me about the most common customs for the people at the place where you live in. Okay, so you have to try to take that person to the point to understand what you are trying to ask. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, Jessica. Thank you, John. Now, okay, Luz Elena, please ask your question and pick any of your mates.
Okay, teacher. Teacher, only can use the microphone?
Yes, please.
Okay, teacher. Well, my question is for Arelis. Okay, Arelis, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, well, the question is, what is the popular tourist place in your city?
Only one?
What is the popular tourist place in your city?
Let me see, because in Lebrija there are many popular places. There is the airport, there is a place where is the happen at the World 1000 Days, and there is Wings in Cantabria, because Antonio Lebrija found that behind that small houses for 3 kilometers by here, and the other is Church of St. Peter. What is the most popular? I can say Paloneros Airport is the most popular, is the more visited, because it's near to Bucaramanga, it's near to Sillon, and we are near to the place where it happened the war or the 1000 days. That's my answer.
Okay, Arelis. I
Okay.
the Palonero Airport.
Yes.
Okay, Luz Elena, what do you think about Areli's answer? Would you like to give her a short feedback?
Yes, she said, talk about the Cantabria. Cantabria is near to Lebrija, and 10 kilometers, she said, and she talk about the Palonero Airport is very common here in Bucaramanga and Lebrija. It's very near.
Okay, thank you very much. And now let's continue with Arelis, please. Ask your question.
Question, Selena, where do you work?
Well, currently, my work. Well, currently, I work in my house, in my business. I have my business. I make uniforms for the school of the municipality of Aratoca. Aratoca is near to Piedecuesta, approximately 2 hours. I also make uniforms here for schools in my city, in different schools. For example, I make skirts, pants, sport pants, shirts, and I work with two ladies who help me when there are enough uniforms to do. Is for my answers.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, what do you have to say about Luz Elena's answer, Arelis?
Luz Elena,
You think that
for me,
I'm sorry. Do you think that she gave you a proper answer to your question?
at the beginning of the answer, she answered the proper question, but she told me about what is trying your job. What is because she makes uniforms for Aratoka, but I don't answer that. I only answer where do you work. No more.
Okay, Arelis, thank you. Okay, even what you did, Luz Elena, was good because the information you were giving at the end, it was related, okay, with the question. So that's basically the most important part. Even if the person didn't ask you, but is related with the question, you feel free to answer as much as possible. So try to give the most interesting answer to the question. Even if you think that the question is a bored question, try to give an interesting answer, okay? Because the interviewer tries to take tries with you to take the whole information out of you. So that's the purpose of every single question. To you force yourself to bring out, okay, to bring out the information and the words and the grammar and the whole context of English. So that's basically what it is necessary in this kind of situations. So thank you, Luz Elena, Arelis, John, and Jessica for this exercise. Okay, now I'm going to continue sending you a picture as we usually do, and okay, I sent it to you already, so please let me know if you all can see the picture. I think it is still loading. Okay, now I think you get it. Not yet. Okay. Can you all see the picture?
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. So, okay, this is the way we're going to work with this picture. Here we have two questions, okay, on top of the pictures. You will find two questions. And I am going to give you only one of these two questions to be answered, okay? Then you have to make up a different question, of course, related with this, okay, college life. And you please ask a different question to any other of your mates, okay? Now, this is the way I'm going to share the questions. So Jessica, please answer the first question, only the first question, okay? Jessica, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher. I need to answer the first question in relation with whatever.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to answer in relation with the whole bunch of pictures, it's fine. If you want to pick only one of those, it's fine also, okay? Okay, Luz Elena, please answer the second question, okay? Only the second question. Arelis, please answer the first question. And John Jairo, please answer the second question. Okay, remember that besides answering these questions, or the question that you have now, you have to make up a different one, okay? A different question related, of course, with this topic, with college life, okay? Now, I'm going to give you 1 minute to try to put in order your ideas and try to give a meaningful answer, and of course, to prepare a good question. Is it clear? Do you have any doubts?
I can see the questions.
You cannot see the questions?
Clear.
Okay, Arelis, please, what is the question that you have to answer? The first or the second?
For me, it's the first.
Okay, I will type the first question for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, the first. Okay. Here is what the first question says. it says, what impression of college life does each picture give? Okay, at least this is the question for you. What impression of college life does each picture give? Okay. Thank you. Remember that I'm giving you only 1 minute to prepare your answer and of course to make up your own question. Okay, are you all ready? I hope you all had enough time to prepare your own questions. And now I'm going to give the word again to any of you who would like to be a volunteer. Is there any volunteer who would like to start answering, of course, the question and then asking your own question? Do you still need more time probably, or are you all ready? If
Yes,
you are
teacher.
all ready, okay, John. Please, if you want to answer your question and then go ahead asking your question.
Okay. Which aspect of college life is most important for the students to know about? Right. I think from the pictures, one of the most important is regarding the library, because in the library you have to be focused, concentrate, and also you develop a passion for reading, for knowledge, and this is something that you do by your own. This is something that you this is good for you. Nobody is going to disturb you. So this is one of the most important. The other one is on the top right, when some students are seeing the news on the world, and this is very important because they keep you updated about the latest, probably the latest from the university or the grades that you go, the grade that you have, or the events that coming up, and this is important. The other one is on the bottom, the picture and the classroom classroom, or some kind of classroom, or a classroom for lectures. And this is very important also because the people can share motivation, they can share friendship, can share knowledge, they can work together, and this is very motivating for people that are studying, especially in that age that they need to feel people around to in order to feel motivated. Sometimes when the students feel down, they need people around, and the classroom is one of the best to be in a classroom is one of the best opportunities to cheer up, basically, yeah. And also the top left, spending time on the landscape, or probably in the same campus from universities. We can see that the people are very close because they are like having a picnic or something, and they're sharing free time. So when you are sharing the free time with people, makes that people should be special for you. If you pick up this person to share the free time with you, it should be very special, and this is good for you relax, and once again to share your feelings and your doubts or your problems, whatever. The only picture that I know and disagree is the one on the middle and the right side. There is a single room, probably a teacher with a computer, a laptop, and a student is sitting next to her. And this is like a small room. That's not a really good, a really important aspect of, according to the question, is not good for the student to know about. A student needs to be around with other students. This is a good thing to develop, knowledge.
Okay, John, thank you. And did you prepare your question to ask to any of your mates?
Actually, I didn't, but let me think quickly at questions. All right. Which of these situations each teacher did you enjoy most when you were in secondary school? And why? This question goes to Arelis.
Yes.
Yes, Arelis, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Your question is something about my experience in high school, in secondary?
No, not really. It's just pick up one of the pictures and which pictures makes you remember you about your secondary and why you remember that?
The most remember is when I have to visit the library every relaxed the Monday to Friday, because in that time it was very difficult to give internet, because it was impossible 20 years
Yes,
ago.
I see.
But the most place for me visited was the library. I have good remembers.
Good.
Then, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, John. Thank you, Arelis, for your answer. And Arelis, could you please continue giving your answer to your question and then asking your own question, please?
It was about the first question.
Okay.
I was watching on pictures. I was in that experience before. It's a unique and special time in our life, because we have to approach or to spend that special time with our partners, because that that life we will repeat, and with only a unique time we have to get new information in secondary or university places, because in that time we only our in our mind it was a study to prepare our future. We only have our teachers and our partners, because I remember when I have a visit the library without my partners. I remember sometimes we have to picnic. Sometimes we go with come, and we have a share with a practicing a healthy sport. For example, football. But in my case, I don't like practice sport, but I like to talk. I don't know why. And well, that experience for me was very enrichment, but it was very different to the with now actually, because in that moment in that years we studied, we consciously we were only thinking about our future and our family and to help family, and have very good impressions. And when I was watching that pictures, I have good memories when sometimes with a partner go away from classroom, and we never see you that partner. I sometimes I watch my teachers here in Lebrija, and I very feel glad because I am teacher too. I feel very happy in my town because I made a new future for me. Thank you.
Okay, Adams, thank you very much for your answer. And do you have ready your question that you would like to ask to any of your mates?
It's the most similar, like John Jairo is made for me. It's very similar. What is? Please, Jessica, talk me about some special experience. That's it. Only one special experience for you in your life, like a student. Only experience.
Oh my God. Well, I remember that when I was in the secondary school, I shared all the time with boys because the girls, I don't know, I don't understand the girls. She all the time talk about things very, very strange or very very commonly, and it this kind of topics it wasn't matter for me, and for this reason I share with men. I remember that our friend all the time made bullying to others, and I remember that I love with them because they enjoy make me feel happy, and they enjoy sharing with others. I remember playing soccer. I remember when I was in the basketball team and in the volleyball team. I remember when the teachers congratulated me for all my achievements, and I remember that when I was in the secondary, I decided to be the best in whatever thing that I need to do. In that time, I decided to study English and make my best effort. I remember all my teachers, and I remember even the expressions. Like, for example, the teacher of draw one time told me that I need to study sometimes that a bachelor. I don't know why, but she only say me that because maybe she think that I can't do anymore that this station. And my experience in my secondary school was good, and I enjoyed all of this. I enjoyed with mates, and I remember spend time in the library of the school. I remember spend time in the park of the school, and I remember that when I had a break, I take a place down of some trips of my school. Or I remember that I enjoyed running around the school with all my friends.
Okay, Jessica, thank you. Thank you, Arelis, for your question. Thank you, Jessica, for your answer. Now is your time, Jessica, to please answer your question and then ask your own question, please.
Okay. Well, my question is, let me see. Okay. What impression of college life does each picture give? Well, each picture gives an impression very different according with the place in where the students develop the activities. Now, I want to talk to you about the impression generated with the last picture, in where we can find two men playing, and I find with this picture, I find that the college life is funny and have environments to relax, to share with others. It's a step, or the college life is a moment to be with others, to share with others, to learn not only knowledge for study, not that kind of knowledge. Knowledge about the quality of persons is a time in where you develop your character, your personality, and you take your own decisions about the things that you want to do. And for me, I think that the college life was a good moment, and well, I consider that the college life allow us to understand the life and enjoy the life without taking into account the problems or depression or even stress that can arise when you have a work, when you have a family to support, or when you have children. This is my opinion only for the final, for the last picture. Now, about my question, I know that my question is for Liz Elena, and it's a simple question, Luz. My question is, what is your favorite activity of college life?
My favorite activity in what?
Of college life.
Well, when I was in my school, in my college, in my secondary,
No. In your college life?
no, in this moment,
Yes. In this moment, while you are studying at university, what is your favorite activity?
well, in the middle, I don't have many activities, only in the internet and see the videos. Well, Uh, well, I study with videos in YouTube, and so I listen, for example, music for my practice. I listen music for kids, and I practice with this for my listening and my pronouns. And another activity in the university I don't do many other activities, but we study. So I would I like chat with my friends. It's expensive for chat. In the WhatsApp. I like so much.
Very good.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Lucelena, for your answer. And now, please, Lucelena, give us your answer and your question, please.
Yes, my answer is about the second question.
Okay.
I think in the college it's important, different the study, it's important the sports because they are part of the fun and learning. Anyway, they have to immerse themselves in their studies and learn the most on their careers. So I think the sports are like relaxing to the sport is good for mental and physical health. So the sport helps to interact and share with other students. And the students feel more important when they participate in different events, for example, sports. So also it's motivating, and they are a good souvenir of this difference that he or she did in the university. Well, in conclusion, I think the sports are very important in all institutions, in the university, in college. It's important for the students and it's fun, and it's important to relaxing and for your health. Is my conclusion about the second question, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Do you have ready your question that you would like to ask to any of your mates?
Yes, my question is about is for John Jairo.
Okay.
Okay, John Jairo.
Yes.
Okay, John Jairo, what would you like to do differently in our university?
Okay. Say again. Sorry.
What? Repeat the question?
Yes, please.
Okay, what would you like to do differently in our university?
Different from these pictures and other activities.
In our university.
Okay. Okay. What I understand about your question is what I would like to do apart from these pictures in the university. Okay, that's a good question because we're studying in the UNA, and we know that UNA is we're studying distance, so there is no big opportunities to share moments or to share knowledge with our partners. But we have moments like these ones that we can share answers, knowledge, and this is one of the few moments in all the career, these English conversation sessions. that I had the opportunity to know partners from my own career while doing bachelor. Um, yes, probably I would like to share or know people from other places that study in the same university in the UNA.
Okay, John Jairo. Thank you.
Okay,
My
Luz
pleasure.
Elena, thank you. John Jairo, thank you. All right, so remember that the purpose of these encounters um, are not different as improve our knowledge, improve our language skills, correct our own mistakes, and be aware of something that we really need to work with. And that's basically the purpose of these kind of spaces, to improve our skills in speaking, and of course to get better every time. Okay, I'm going to give a general feedback, but you need to be really attentive, most of you, using prepositions. Okay, try to take note if you think that you need to work with this, but some of you are using badly prepositions or need to use correctly some prepositions. We need to be really attentive using verbs in past, okay? Because sometimes when we speak, we are not really paying attention about the tenses, and we fail in our ideas because we're not using properly the tenses. Okay, so if you're giving an idea in past, so you have to use the correct verb, and not only to use the correct verb, but to pronounce it correctly. Okay, and remember that we need to work hardly in those verbs that end in ed, okay, because some of them are voice and some others are voiceless, so we need to be really aware and attentive to say them correctly, okay, to use a proper pronunciation of the words and of the verbs. What else? We need to work with infinitives. Sometimes we can use gerunds and infinitives, so it is really necessary to understand when we can use them and when we are not able to use them. And to remember that if you are probably not sure about the pronunciation of a word, try to use a different one, or try to look up probably later if you are not really sure how to pronounce the word. So it is really important to take attentive notice to every single mistake or something, because everything helps us in our learning process. Okay, we are learning, we are growing, and our language needs to grow. Okay, we need to water our knowledge in order to be better every time. Okay, we all make mistakes, but every time we make a mistake, it's like a bell, okay, ringing in our ears, so we need to correct it. Okay, well, basically that's the feedback I need to give you right away. And we got to the end of this encounters of the English conversation course. I would like you all had a great experience. I hope you all get better in the future. I hope you all probably keep growing, as I said before, in learning. And it was for me a real pleasure being with you, sharing time with you. And that's it. I would like you to please let me know if you have something else that you would like to add before ending this conversation. Is everything clear? I mean, related with the feedback that I shared with you? Do you have probably doubts, or it's clear?
Yes, teacher, it's clear for me, but I have one question related with the grades.
With the grades,
Yes,
what happened?
because I tried to open the file that you sent us to see the grades, and once I open it, he says that the file doesn't longer exist.
Okay, John Hayden, no problem. I will send it to you as soon as we finish this conversation. I will send it to you through this chat, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no, thanks to you. Okay, if you probably do not have anything else to add to this conversation and to these encounters, as I said before, it was a real pleasure for me, and I hope you'll get better in the future and keep improving your English skills. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, teacher. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the patience. And I hope to see you sometimes.
Okay. Thank you, John.
Thank you, teacher, for all your cooperation, and it was a pleasure to practice with you.
Thank you, Luz Elena. Thanks to you.
Thanks, teacher. I learned so much with this experience. It was very new for me. I was very excited for this class. Thank you, teacher.
Thanks to you, Arelis.
For me, teacher, thank you so much for your attention, for the collaboration in all the process, and your patience with each of one. And I hope that we have the opportunity to share with others just like you. Thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for everything, for all your words, and hope to see you again next time. Okay, have a good rest of the week. God bless you all, and have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you.
Bye, teacher.